Cameron Terrell. Talk about Cameron Terrell. What do you know about Cameron Terrell?
Isn't he that little boy with the blue bandana?
Yeah. So I should have played you the music video, Trevor, of him. He had a really dope, like, he was in the video. Yeah. He was in the video. He wasn't rapping, but it was a dope ass video. So besides the blue bandana, what do you know about Cameron Terrell?
I think I heard that he killed someone, or he participated in a killing or something. Yes. He was around, and he was the only one that didn't get held responsible for the things that happened that particular night. But somebody else did. So he's probably saying, "Oh, I had a mental problem," and that's how he got off.
That is not what he's saying.
No, what is he saying? Oh,
what he is saying.
Okay, so I don't know.
What he is saying is, "I am Caucasian. Let me free."
Oh, that's the mental thing. That's the same thing.
So, being white is another conversation.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But every time they do something, or every time you see it.
No.
Every time it's always
This wasn't that. So
I can't think for myself.
So this wasn't that. So I'm gonna play. So listen to this, and this is kind of what it was. So this is what happened. This crime happened October 1st, 2017. This is when the crime happened. Now I caught wind of it because I think on TV. I don't think on TV I was watching, and they said something like this murderer. They let him back to school. And I was like, oh, shit. But that's all I heard about it. They didn't go into deep details about this case. A friend of mine, Miss Ellen, she kind of brought this case to me when I was thinking of topics, and that's why we're talking about it now. Anyway, this is what happened. This is on October 1st, 2017.
The murder happened the afternoon of October 1st in South L.A. One of the suspects, 18-year-old Cameron Terrell, seen here on his Facebook page, now facing 1 count of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. He's now free on $5 million bail. The victim in this case, Justin Holmes, had just rounded this corner at 78th and Western with 2 of his friends when detectives say they were confronted by a pair of suspects, both of them juveniles, who asked the men where they were from and then opened fire. Justin Holmes was shot and killed on this sidewalk. The 2 suspects, according to detectives, got into a car driven by Cameron Terrell and took off.
And that's it. So that's what he did. He was, but the interesting thing about this case is that, so Cameron Terrell, he was from Palos Verde, which is like Beverly Hills type shit, affluent neighborhood. Mm-hmm. He had lived in a $2 million home. Mm-hmm. He was rich. He had it. Right. So what it was is he had a thing for gangs, music and TV. He had a real thing for gangs, so he wanted to see what the life was about. So he left his parents' house, or however that shit happened, and he went to Los Angeles and joined a motherfucking gang, and he was doing gang shit. So then on this particular night, from what I'm understanding from the case, he was the getaway driver to a murder, and 2 guys got out of the car shooting at 3 guys, killed one of the guys. The other 2 they completely missed, but that's attempted murder. The guys that he was with were juveniles. They were under 18. Cameron was the adult in the car, which means he is held at a different, whatever than everybody, a different standard than everybody else. So that's the case, okay? So he went. So the other 2 black kids were in jail, locked up. They gave Cameron bail for $5 million for murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. His parents posted that fucking $5 million bond bail, $1 million in cash, and then the rest, I guess, through a bondsman. Yeah. So they gave the money up, and he was out. The niggas didn't have that same opportunity to have a bail of $500,000. So he's out. The other kids are in jail. He went to court this week, okay? And now this is what happened after he went to court this week.
The jury found Cameron Terrell not guilty of all counts in last year's deadly shooting in South Los Angeles. It is a blow to the prosecution, who said despite his affluent background, Terrell ran around with known gang members. Jurors also found Terrell not guilty of 2 counts of attempted murder of 2 other men who were not injured in the shooting that killed 21-year-old Justin Holmes. He was gunned down last October by 2 juvenile suspects that drove away in a black Mercedes. A detective testified Terrell admitted he was the driver. The defense said his client didn't know anyone was going to get shot. He argued Terrell's instinct was to drive away when his friends ran back to the car. During the trial, prosecutors showed video they say Terrell took of his friends kicking candles at the victim's memorial.
And that's it. So and the black BMW or Benz, whatever he was in, the Mercedes, that was his dad's car he stole. Mm-hmm. I don't say stole. He took his dad's car and committed these murders in. And as you saw at the end where he was at the memorial and was kicking down the candles and stuff like that, like this was after the murder happened.
Yeah, afterwards, of course.
So he's out on bond. The other kids are still locked up. So these kids that are kicking that shit down is part of the gang, not the same two dudes she shot with, from my assumption. So this really fucking happened. I mean, what is your thought? I mean, I'm not saying it's a white issue, white black.
No.
It's more about money. But let's not pretend like this whole white black thing didn't play.
I don't think that he should have been let go on all accounts. That right there.
No responsibility.
Yeah,
he's the only adult,
and
everyone else is a minor.
And that's exactly what they said. He doesn't have any responsibility for anything he just did because his parents were able to bail him out. That's it. He's not responsible. No matter, it doesn't matter. He wasn't responsible, even though he was the oldest one.
So
that's what that said to me.
So
he's not responsible.
So when people sit here and talk about, kneeling and the Black Lives Matter movement and things like that, I'm not going to sit here and say this is 100% a black and white issue. I'm not going to say that.
No, I'm not going to say that either.
But I'm not going to say that it doesn't play into this. I mean, let's not. I mean, it's not. I don't want to. I hate screaming racism all the time.
Right, I get that. But the other two. So back on the boy Cameron.
Yeah.
So the other two boys that actually did commit the crime, their parents didn't have the money.
They didn't have the money.
But if they had the money, then they would have been out on bail.
You think they would have gave them same African Americans? I don't think so.
Would they have let them out on bail too if the parents would have had the money?
Minors, I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't like that. I think it's even with the criminal reform, the crime reform, or the judicial reform. What do they call it?
I don't know.
Reform. Meek Mills is the spokesman. He's the picturehead of it.
Oh.
But even with that, I don't know. I think that I don't know, man.
I don't know. I can't really say, but that's what stood out to me the most is the fact that Cameron his family had the money and they were able to go ahead and bail him out, but the other boys didn't.
Justice reform.
And then the other thought is, if your parents don't have money to bail you out of jail, then don't do no fuck shit.
Don't do the crime.
Don't do the crime. If your parents,
if you ain't got the dime, don't do the crime.
Don't do the crime.
Hey, we should
and that's
fucking
the other
trademark
thing that stood out is like, if you don't have bail money, don't put yourself in a bind to need bail money. Shit, just go somewhere and sit down.
I told you I was making about $60 a year, paying tickets off immediately, not giving a fuck. I was speeding all through San Antonio, all of them down 35, 410, 16 on 4, nigga, 78.
Windcrest.
Yeah, Mr.
Windcrest. I was up on Miller's Point, just flooring it through Miller's Point. You know you don't speed over there. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But then after all that,
and the gang couldn't come up with the money to help their homies, their posse get out? Like,
nigga. Oh, cynical ass laugh. Hell no, they ain't coming. That's they fucking 40 ounce money in California. They over there.
You can't be walking for nothing.
They ain't even paying their child support. How they gonna pay some bail money? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Them niggas they'll even buy condoms. Have you heard that story about people washing off condoms?
Oh yeah, recycling condoms.
So there's a story going on about this. He said, "Don't say." I was about to say segue. It's not even a topic. I just love saying segue. But I'm learning, Wade. I'm learning. But there is a story about how it is. This is a story. This is the funny thing about the whole story. Listen, let me get to it. The funny thing is the caption says how it is not safe to wash out condoms and reuse them. Like, that's the caption. So they're informing you. It's like a caption that says 1 + 1 is 2. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is interesting. Let me read this. This caption states that it is unsafe to reasons why it is unsafe, like the 10 reasons why it's unsafe to reuse a condom that you've washed out. That's a thing right now. I didn't know that was a thing. Your take?
Ain't nobody rinsing out no damn condom and using it again.
That's the shit that people are doing. Like
people are.
They had
stupid.
to write.
Who in the hell want? I mean,
they had to write an article.
I had this condom last night with Sabrina, and I'm gonna rinse it out because I'm going over Miss Barbara's house later.
I know a Barbara and
that's
really a thing.
No, it has to. It has to be a thing to the point to where someone had statistics on it and was like, hey, let me talk about this shit.
Of course, it had to be. Yeah. But in my opinion, I'm not doing that. That's nasty.
Yeah, but those, like I said,
stop doing it. Hey, stop renting out condoms
and
reusing them.
These same dudes that are renting out condoms are the ones that are not gonna post the bail money for Mr.
Well, then those shouldn't be your friends. You need new friends. Stop hanging out with people
that
rents out condoms and don't have bail money.
Friends don't let friends
so you're
rent
saying
out condoms.
they're that broke? You're saying that they're that broke?
That broke.
That they have to. That's the only way they're going to have safety.
That's
Trevor,
bad.
they rent
Trevor,
out
friends do not let friends rent out condoms. I will.
Agreed. You will give me one. You'll lend me.
I will give you my T-shirt. I will.
Give me some saran wrap if it's that bad.
I will not give you that. Shit's expensive. That shit is expensive. That shit is more than a gallon of gas, my nigga. So Cameron, we got way off guard.
Yes.
So okay, now with the Cameron kid, now this is something that like I didn't know nothing about it in details until like I said 2 or 3 days ago, but then it kind of I did research and it kind of hit me like fuck, like I'm broke, like.
You need to rent out a condom?
I can't murder somebody and feel confident about it.
You got misdemeanor money. You don't got felony money.
I got speeding ticket money. That's it. I don't even have smash and run money. I don't even have that money. That's
a fucking felony. You're right.
Oh well, it's like under $500 or something like that. I can't take what Michael Brown do? Take a bag of Skittles and some other shit and. Whoa. There was, some Skittles and some sweets and some Swisher sweets.
It was singles, right?
And some sweets.
Yeah.
That's at least $238.
Yeah.
Right.
That nigga he didn't even have $238 money. Damn. But so at the end of the case, this is the shit that Cameron Terrell said. After he was acquitted and he was on the podium, and this shit hit home with me.
I say rest in peace, Justin Holmes. He shouldn't have died that day, and I pray for his family every night. This been weighing on me every single day of my life. I don't have to explain myself to anyone. God knows what really happened that day, and God knows what was in my head that day.
Hell, he might be going to hell.
Just on the cool, right? Like, no. First he said, I rest in peace to Justin Holmes, and like, what the fuck? Like, you don't be responsible for something like that. And imagine a parent. I have 2 kids.
He's being a jackass.
Like very condescending. That's the white privilege. That's that condescending shit. That white folks get beat up for on act. They don't understand that you don't do shit like that. They don't understand like, oh, well, this is probably something I shouldn't say. Like, this is that condescending. I don't want to say white people
because I've seen black folks who say some condescending shit too.
That they deserve their ass whooped for.
I can't go there, but that right there,
that shit right here.
I mean, he can't even open up his mouth all the way to speak. His teeth are in the way. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah, now we're being petty.
But yes, because I'm about to get real petty.
Now we're being petty.
But he's being sarcastic. That's like, first I'd like to give honor and thanks to God. That's like what he was saying. Like that's you
give
just
a shout
don't
out to Justin
do
in his
that.
pants.
Like,
Y'all can get that. Give a shout out. Never mind.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, that's probably what he meant. But he was being a jackass. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who's sweet.
So guess what his future plans are?
He's probably gonna be an attorney or a police officer or a firefighter or a veterinarian.
His future plans is to be veterinarian. I'm saving fucking cats. Goddamn it! Yeah. His future plan is to go to law school.
Told you, at
the University of Houston.
Oh, I'm gonna meet his ass there. No, right down the street. Let's go.
If these people catch wind of that.
Oh, he's not gonna make it.
He will not make it.
He's not gonna make it.
Not out here in the South and with all them niggas out there.
No, he
Houston.
might need to go on over there to Harvard or Yale
UCLA.
or something.
Stay in California, bro.
Yeah.
But that's his future plan. So hey, Cameron.
Good luck
Terrell,
on that, buddy.
Yeah, best wishes of you. And he's another guy I'm envious of.
Stay out of Caros.
I wish I can do that.